Hey, what's up? You're watching JUNO TV. It's your boy Stokes, and I'm here with Dan and Shay. How you guys doing?
Dude, amazing. Better now that we're talking to you, man.
Absolutely.
Great.
Well, likewise. So tell us a bit about this festival, Boots on Hearts Festival. For someone who has never seen it before, how would you describe what you've seen so far?
Dude, there's just, for one thing, there's like the prettiest girls I've ever seen in my life in one place. And it's very well put together, and they've been taking care of us, so it's been awesome.
It's perfect, man. It's incredible. We're glad to be here. It's our first time, so we're looking forward to rocking today. It's going to be good.
Have you guys done a lot of festivals?
A lot of festivals. This is my first time in Canada, though, so this is awesome, man.
How do you like Canada, per se?
Canada? It's unbelievable, man. It's great. I mean, like Shay was saying, the girls here, perfect. Unbelievable, man. It's overwhelming. You know, you come in here, and everybody's awesome. Everybody's so nice. We love that. So it's cool. We're going to come here more often.
I like that. Tell me about the the camping tank kegger house party you guys met at.
Oh, dude, it's funny, man. I was living in a house in Nashville, didn't have enough money to pay for heat or anything, and we went to the thrift store down the street, and we got a bunch of sheets, and we tented out around my TV, like in the living room, and yeah, it was a rough spot, and there were no locks on the doors, and the floors were all slanted and everything, and we were just hanging out, jamming, and just living the dream, trying to be artists and writers. And Shay came over randomly with a friend one night, and we started singing till about 4 in the morning. We wrote a song the next day, and bam, we blinked our eyes, and here we are in Canada playing in front of tons of pretty ladies. We love it. It's been a dream come true.
It was crazy, man. I mean, it was one of those things that, you know, you don't expect to happen. I mean, I was just going to this party. I was like, they're like, okay, cool, man. And they have beer. Like, yeah, they got a keg. I was like, I'll be there. So we went over there, met Dan, and, you know, we hit it off, and we just ended up jamming until 4 in the morning, like you said, and wrote a bunch of songs, and the rest is history.
Awesome. So tell us about this album. Speaking of that, the album's called Where It All Began, and that's where it all began. Tell us about the album.
Yeah, man. I mean, we moved to Nashville because we wanted to be songwriters, and Shay and I met just accidentally and became best friends through writing songs. And you know, that's kind of what we wanted this thing to be. You know, it was just no gimmicks. We didn't even have a band name when we were trying to sign a record deal, and wrote a bunch of songs. And that is where it all began, with a song. That was like the first thing we did together. We wrote tunes, and it's a line in our first single, 19 You and Me, and we felt like it was an appropriate title, you know. So when we look back 4 albums from now, it's like, oh, where it all began, the first album. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So we're proud we wrote every song on the record, and you know, it's who we are. It's an honest representation of us as guys, and yeah, we wanted to make a dynamic record front to back that, you know, I feel like that's a bit of a lost art these days. People just, you know, get so focused on singles or just one song. We wanted to make an album front to back that our fans could fall in love with, and so far so good, man. It's been great.
Speaking of falling in love, I fell in love with 19 You and Me. Is that anybody's personal story, that one?
Man, it was cool. Like when you get together and write a song, there was 3 of us, and our buddy Danny Orton, we wrote that with him, as well as our new single. And it was kind of cool to be able to, you know, when you get into the room, you just kind of start telling stories, and you're like, yeah, this kind of happened to me, and we all definitely kind of contributed our own little piece of, you know, of the story. And Dan went there a lot growing up, so.
Yeah, Danny Orton actually went there for his honeymoon with his wife, so it was a cool little conglomerate. We threw all of our ideas and stirred them up, and that was a single. Thanks, man.
Speaking of first, what was your first concert either one of you guys went to?
I went and saw Dave Matthews Band at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Man, I'm trying to think of the very first concert I went to. I think it was Reliant K. I was like, if anyone even knows who that is, but that was like my first concert ever.
Shout out to
Yeah, my first. I went to a Kenny Chesney concert. It was one of the first my big concert that I went to. Then Rascal Flatts.
First CD you ever bought with your own money?
Reliant K.
No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom. I had a bunch of cassettes before, you know, like Michael Jackson and a bunch of stuff, but I remember buying a CD for the first time. It was No Doubt. I don't know, it sticks in my head.
What would I find on your playlist right now if I was to grab your playlist?
There's a lot of cool. There's a lot of good new music. I mean, there's this girl named Cam that I have been listening to, and we're actually getting to take her out in the fall, which is going to be awesome. But she's very talented.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Sam Smith is great. Magic is awesome. Who else? The Cadillac 3. It's a really cool band in Nashville. There's just a lot of stuff, man. We love listening to the radio, and it's been awesome. A lot of new music.
Look, guys, thank you so much for sitting down with us. Good luck. Real quick, what's coming up next? I should have asked you that before.
Yeah, heading out on our own tour. We're headlining the Where It All Began tour this fall. It's going to be incredible, and who knows? Stay tuned at danandshay.com. We might be adding some Canada dates soon. You never know.
danandshay.com. Check it out.
All right, dude.
Thank you guys one more time.
Hey, I'm Dan.
And I'm Shay.
You're watching JUNO TV.